Hello everybody, and welcome to Reassembly. Today, I'm going to be doing a tiny little, not a tiny little, quite a decently sized mod showcase, because there's a mod on the Steam Workshop called the Phoenix Empire, and it's awesome. And just so you know, I don't call things awesome easily. Well, I mean, I can, but I don't usually. The Phoenix Empire does quite a few things right in terms of modding and in terms of aesthetic and ship. It really appeals to me. So okay, let's very quickly read this. It's the Phoenix Empire. I mean, I say quickly. I should spend a bit of time on this, obviously. So the Phoenix Empire by Dimkajar. I'm not entirely sure how to say that, but I like Dimkajar, so I'm going to stick to that pronunciation. Obviously, I'm subscribed to it. I have actually been playing it. So, description. Hello, everyone. Well, no. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm already reading this badly. Hello, everybody. This mod adds a new faction called the Phoenix Empire. Main features: 25 plus ships and bases. That is actually true. There's quite a lot of ships. All-round weaponry: 6 cannons, 3 lasers, 2 missiles, 3 PD, 8 drone launchers. There is. Plant seeder. Plants will share R after some time. And shields. Also, not an OP faction. I agree, it's actually not OP. It's actually very well balanced. Lore, use your imagination. I love that. I really appreciate your feedback and on-topic comments. Good or bad, doesn't matter. Off-topic comments will be deleted. Also, give a try to my other mod. I bet you'll like them. Yes. So that's quite a very nice, very quick, to-the-point little explanation of his mod. He has a few little screenshots of the plants and the ships and the shields, and then of the drones, which, by the way, here's the thing. You see Conga in the back here. She and I, well, technically she was teaching me about how to create drones in mods, and this guy has attempted to do it it in his game, in his mod, which is basically create drones that turn into ships. And honestly, I love it if someone has the time and determination to actually put that in their mod. I can tell that a lot of work went into this, simply by the color scheme, the look of the ships, the design factors, the amount of stuff that's in the mod. And speaking of the mod, let's go into it. Just the amount of stuff that's actually in here is beautiful. So if we look first off, we actually have 2 different types of hull. So we have hull and we have armor. The armor uses the dark color and your hull uses your lighter color. Now I'm not using the default color scheme. I have altered it because I like blue. Also Phoenix because it's a joke about the pronunciation. So I'm sorry, this is not the actual color, but I mean you can get a feel of it here. That's basically the main color if you want to find it, and it's. Here's the thing, it has 3 different selectabilities of color, which I love. I love it, fans. They give you lots of different color selection options. It's actually wonderful. This faction is unlocked from the very get-go, so yeah, it's good. It's good. So, let's very quickly look at, I suppose, some of the ships you begin with. Your starter ship is this, Drone version 11. It's actually quite good. It has a little shield, quite a lot of maneuverability, not too much stopping power. That's fine. Like, why am I even criticizing that? I don't know. Really, that's not important. This is your starting ship. It's good. Enjoy. You can put a few thrusters on the front. You'll be fine. You know, it'll get you from A to B very nicely, and it looks lovely. Look at this. Look at this ingenious use of armor to create just. I just love it. And you know me. Look. You know me. I love the artisticality when someone actually takes the time to really make their words to make their faction look beautifully unique. I love it. I mean, the color scheme I already said. The weapons as well, very nice. You know, the use of these to create. I just look. I love it. Simple, done. Okay, so that's obviously your starter ship, and then throughout the galaxy you can find a lot of other ships as well. I haven't found all of them. I think I found the ones that appeared, and as a mod creator myself, I know that they can easily be way more ships than this, but they may not spawn in just because when you're setting, when you're building a mod, you have to set your regions, and with your regions, you have to tell the game, you know, how much ship power, how much ship points, how much P you're willing to spend, or more correctly, how much P you're allowing the game to put in. So, for example, the mother ship is like 5,000 P. If you were to give a region a maximum of 5,000 P for its deployment, it wouldn't put down a mother. Okay, which is obviously it would be a problem, especially since the mother is your only factory wielding ship. So the start of this mod is a little bit dangerous because you only start with this. I mean, when I say that, you only start with a mobile headquarters. Now that's all well and fine. The raids do that. You know, it's a nice premise as well, but often having a station in your fleet. Okay, let me just move over everything that's mine and put everything that's his over here. Okay, so everything on the left is mine, ignore it please. Everything on the right is made by the modder, and I have located and placed into my... oh, not three. Where's one? Okay, one's there, good. Yes, also you can edit the plants and then you can seed them, it's lovely. Alright, so we have the Phoenix plant. Yes, as I said, well, I shouldn't, yeah. As we read, this faction does have plants, and they are very nice. Just look at the aestheticality of that. It is lovely. I would love some bigger plants, so maybe some ones that just, you know, went out a little bit. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me wanting, you know, being insane. I mean, the thing is, you can just take the plants and edit them and add some more stuff onto them. So as you see, I've kind of made them bigger. I even gave one plant missiles because I could. I mean, because missiles. Okay, sorry, I literally had to pause there a moment. I was interrupted. By the way, it's a very nice, cold, cloudy day over here in South Africa. Ooh, it's wonderful. It's been a while since I've had a day like this. Sorry, derailing. As an interesting point of you know, interest. Let me just increase the area here. You start off with the drone V11 and the Cedar. You start off with the drone V11 as your main ship, and you also have the Cedar as your secondary ship. Now, I don't know how he made that a thing, but I love it. Because straight off the bat, you have access to the Cedar, which, you know, it's nice, actually, to just have straight up access to it. I mean, maybe it should have been unlockable, but, you know, whatever. And it's just, you can literally turn into a Cedar and just go grow some plants and just immediately get, you know, and you can just start to rack it through. I mean, I don't even have that many points, and I've been playing this for a few hours now. I mean, over the course of a couple days. Not all hours in one sitting. I'm not that insane, luckily. Remember, kids, take frequent breaks, and I'm not just saying that as a joke. I'm serious. Take frequent breaks, otherwise it's a otherwise it'll be a health concern for you later in life, and in fact now in life too. So, you know, you have your seed planter. You can plant your things. And they grow. It's lovely. Sorry, currently you're seeing my plants. I should probably delete them or something. I don't know. Here, I will export them. Just to get them out of the palette, because I only want these two as the exemplaries. Okay, so that's an O3, darn it. Okay, so with the plants, you know, there are two plants. They're not that different. They're different. They're noticeably different enough, but you know, in terms of height, they don't go out that far. Which, you know, honestly, I would love it if the mod creator had just made a few more kind of tall plants, because really tall plants help to make the world not seem as, you know, monolateral. Would that be a nice word? If you don't know what I mean like if I were to take an asteroid and just plant the two and just plant with the two plants he's given me, I would only get like I would only get a one level of plant. If you know what I mean, Well done. If you don't know what I mean, don't worry, mate. It's not a problem. So the stations you see here are ones that I built. Sorry, I should have created a fresh save when I wanted to show this off, but I did want to have access to all this stuff. So as you'll see, we have lasers, we have weapons, we have missiles, we have factories, we have shields. It's actually lovely and put together. So I'm just going to annihilate an agent over here. We have a plethora of very nice looking, aesthetically pleasing ships. I mean, just look at the use of these. Just look at the use of block to create these little beautiful ships, and the drones, and you know, there's a drone 02, a drone version 3, drone version 4. Yeah, we have the actual phoenixes over here. You know, the actual phoenix, or if you read it. Technically, a PH sound should sound like an F, so actually it would be Phoenix, but we read it as Phoenix because it actually is a F. PH is a F, so it is a Phoenix, but also the O is left out, so it technically should be Phoenix, but it's not. It's just Phoenix. Look, it's English, everybody. It's crazy. Very simple, but crazy. Hulle taal is mal. Ek sal Afrikaans praat vir julle en julle sal weet nie wat ek sê nie, en dit sal baie snaaks wees. That's probably very broken Afrikaans, but whatever. Basically, I just said I'm going to speak Afrikaans to you all, and you're not going to understand what's going on. It's going to be quite funny. I'm sorry. But yes, getting back to the mod, we have different varying we have different colors of hull. I've already said this. We have lots of different size of hull. We have, all the good stuff that you would expect. It's all here. It's wonderfully done. We also have, small hull. He doesn't. Sorry, Dimkajar. I'm focusing so much on. I'm focusing on your mod more than your name right now. So, Dimkajar, he's put in everything you need. Also, you have tiny, medium, and large thrusters. It's all there. It's all fine. I was scrolling the wrong way there, but yes. You have your you have your minuscule, you have your medium, and you have your large. It's good. I would love just a big thruster, just to sort of take the space of these three, because I think it would just look nicer. But whatever, that's fine. We also have a long-range laser, a Lurl, long-range laser. I love it. We have heavy machine guns. We have anti-drone point defense. One shot, one kill. I love it. I absolutely love it. We have shield projector S's. Now, interestingly enough, with the shields, you have your small ones, and then you have your medium ones. And here's the interesting thing about your medium shields. The medium shields are square. Your small shields are octagonal. Now, why would you do that? Here's the thing. I love the fact that he did it. Because octagonal shields can be put anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Well, I say absolutely anywhere. They can be put in most places. Like, this can be squeezed into here. Like right there, and if it was a square, it wouldn't be able to actually fit there. So, it's very useful. And additionally, octagons are very visually pleasing instead of just having a square. Like over here, I have a perfect example of where this shield fits in beautifully and still is able to contribute effectively to the efficiency of this craft. Since this block is an octagon, and it can connect there, it can connect there, and it can also connect there. It can connect in a tripodial laboratory. It can go there. Go there, and it can go there, whereas a normal block would only be able to go there, 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 and there. So it has some additional sorry, interruptions. My words. Yes, we are currently having a car shade port be put in the front of our house, just because during summer it gets very hot and the cars get very hot, and then it's unbearably annoying. So yeah. Funny thing is, it's going into winter now, so bit late, but at least we'll be ready for the next summer. It still is summer, but you know what I mean. So okay, getting back to the shield fact, instead of it just being a square, it's an octagon. It's an octagon line for more field of motion. And, you know, a scale 2 octagon is just a hassle to deal with, so I'm glad he made it a square and not a scale 2 octagon, because that would just be painful. So, you know, as you see here, perfect use of sticking a shield in where, you know, usually, you know, I mean, a square would be able to go here anyway, but that doesn't matter. You can stick this here, and then you can put some thrusters on it, and it works wonderfully. So, you know, that's good. That's very, you know, interesting thought put into... Oh, sorry. That's a good thought put into this. Additionally, you know, obviously we have the seed launchers and the seed, as I was talking about. We have the laser point defense, which has quite a bit of damage, quite some turning speed, quite a range, quite an energy consumption, very low health, low mass. All the weapons have about 50. Well, at least the scale 1 weapons do. These ones have 200, which is, you know, 50, 50, 50, 50 if you were to go like that. It's good. It's all nicely balanced. The missiles are very interestingly done, because you have the 2 different versional of missile. You have your heavy missile and you have your guided plasma torpedo, which is kind of your light missile. They're both exactly the same cost, and they both are very similar. It's just some of the values have been shuffled around. So for the heavy missile, we have a lower acceleration and, you know, high turning, whereas the guided missile has high acceleration and no turning. And this does less damage, this does more. You know, this actually does explode radius damage. I mean, they both do, but this one does bigger, this one does less. This one regenerates quicker, this one slower, and this one has a shorter lifetime, and this one has a longer lifetime. So it's very nicely done. Like, there is no cut and dry difference between the 2 missiles. They're both very situational and very useful. Sorry, I say very situational. That could almost be taken as a negative attribute. It's not. They're both very good, very useful. Additionally, as a nice little side note, as I was talking about earlier, okay, I'll get to that in a moment. Don't worry. Ignore what I just said. No. Pay attention to what I just said, but just hold that thought. We have solar panels. Okay, solar panels. We have solar panels and we have seeders. Now, this is a method of resource generation that, you know, most people would do. It's good, and I like it when people do that. The thing is, usually, I say usually, most of the time, people will go and take solar panels and just start to go insane with this stuff, you know, kind of cheat the system. And, I mean, you can, if you want to. The thing is, these solar panels are quite costly, and I mean, you know, once you get all your money, you kind of just discard them, I know, but they're nicely balanced, is what I want to get to. You know, it's 50p, it's 50 power, and by the way, P actually stands for power, if you never knew that. It's the power points. Where does it say this? Here we go, ship points, power. See, power points. PP. Oh no, that's bad. Damn it. That's unfortunate. Anyway, ship points, power. Power governs the total amount of features. Yes, we know this, but you know, P stands for power, in case you didn't know. So, you know, it's 50 power for 0.5 resource per second, which is, you know, good. Additionally, the seeder, you know, it launches out its seeds, and interestingly, unlike the farmer faction, I mean, I know I've been showing the seed off a lot today, I'm sorry, but, you know, you plop it down, it builds from, you know, it builds one of these 2, and it builds one of these things with a solar panel on it. So, you know, you could just go buy a solar panel and put a billion on you, or you could just go take a seeder, which, by the way, you get for free, and just start plopping these things down, which have solar panels, and after a while, once they have enough resources, you'll actually take. Oh, sorry, I'm actually full up on stuff. Let me throw some of these ships away. Get out of here! Fly, my children, fly! Sorry if you keep on seeing my creations and not Dim Kajar's ships. I'm very sorry about that, but unfortunately, like I said, I should actually probably be building some of them. Get out of here, Reassembly. Let's build some drone version 4s. Okay, wow, I can actually inspect the Phoenix. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice ship. Oh, I love that. That's good. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I love the look of these ships. They are beautiful. beautiful. And I mean, okay, yeah, I don't have the default color scheme on, but like, irrespective of that, it still looks lovely. Yeah. Sorry, but just I want to just do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to do that. So you know, I'll build us a Phoenix, and I'll build us some drones. You know, just to showcase some of these ships. They're all good, guys. They're all very good ships. I have to say that they keep you safe, which is obviously very important when you're starting out. You always need some big ships. Pardon me. Keep you safe. You know what I would like in Reassembly? Not a self-destruct, a destruct button. So you could press 3 on a guy and there'd be like a little destruct button. You can click that and it just explodes. That'd be useful. That'd be very useful to just, you know, get rid of, you know, excessive ships or, you know, just stuff you don't want to be there anymore. I mean, this is a single-player game. You should be. I think that's something Arthur Danskin should think about adding in, because it would be a lovely idea. So yes, we see the Phoenix 003. Flies very nicely. We see the mothership again. We see the Crusader. You know, it's all very nice stuff. So getting back to the plants. Wait, I went from plants to ships, and I'm being insane. But yes, you know, the plants generate their rays quite slowly, and then they give it to you. You know, it's constructivity in the state. You know, you could just put a lot of solar panels on you, or you could just make a giant farm. And honestly, I like that. I like that. And actually, farming is more incentivizing than just slapping a lot of solar panels on, because you're not actually that tough in this faction. You're relatively weak, like you're almost like a glass cannon, but you're really not. It depends how you build your ship, because these ships can be very resilient. Because you know you have your armor here, and then you have your hull. It's all, if you build yourself properly, you can be very resilient. Yes, and so here you see what I mean. It's variation. If there were just some bigger ships, there would be some nice variation. Good. Okay. Anything else to talk about? I mean, we obviously have a generator, we have thrusters, we have storage, very important. We have multiple different levels of so we have a machine gun, we have a heavy machine gun, we have a cannon, we have a D cannon, F cannon, we have a bomber, which is kind of just, you know, you can imagine. We have a D cannon, which is basically just very powerful. I like it. We also have lasers. We also have a heavy mounted laser, which I have not unlocked yet. And then we have drones. Also, we have a mounted unguided energy torpedo, which is nice. Yeah, guys. I mean, it's a well-rounded faction. It's actually very nice. It doesn't leave anything wanting from me. Like, there's nothing else I would really, besides maybe just a nice big thruster to put on the back there. Well, not maybe too big, but just, you know, a little bit. Just, you know, just something. I'll trace with the outline of this, you know, something that kind of goes like out there and then here and then there. And I'm tracing with that. You know. Something nice just to kind of fit on the end there would be lovely. But, you know, that's just me being silly. I mean, we have, okay, the factories, yeah, they are scale 3. That's lovely, because then you can just, you can just factor them in right back here. If they were any bigger, it would just be annoying. If they were any smaller, they would be exploitable. So it's well done, very well done. The guns are balanced as well. I mean, like, he's done a great job, because there is no, like I said with the missiles, there is no cut and dry, this is better than everything. You know, if you had a lot of machine guns, it would equal up to the heavy machine gun, or, you know, it's just different. It's just different. And I love that. I love it when mods just do it's just different. You know, this isn't blatantly better, this is just different. And honestly, I have taken a few lessons from this mod, at least in terms of balancing, because okay, sorry, you're seeing a lot of my plants right now, but me and my balancing is Maybe not the best. So yeah, guys, this has been the Phoenix Empire mod, and honestly, let's go find some people. Boom, gone. Okay, let's try to go find some people without going and running into the Elunda Resonance. What is oh no, no, don't crash on me. Yeah, well, that's the thing. So until next time, everybody. Cheerio.